My name is Ahmed Gasser. I'm a BIS graduate. This is my first year as a graduate. It's pretty fun. I don't have to wake up early every day. I'm a content creator. I'm not a teacher anymore.
Do you miss
Unfortunately.
teaching?
Yeah, I do. Because actually teaching is my second thing after acting. It's my plan B if anything shuts down from what I'm currently doing. This is what I'm gonna head to. I'm focusing more on my content. I'm trying to make it as creative as possible for me to take a step further and step into media and acting. I used to do a lot of TV ads and stuff, which I had to take a step back. It reached the point where it's going to affect me in a negative way. They say that your face is now too familiar, everybody's seeing you everywhere, because people just get sick of you. We want a new face.
Are you familiar with Egypt accent?
Tagamo accent, yeah, to be more specific. This is the worst thing ever. There's that one girl on TikTok. She talks about going to the beach and stuff. She has the horrible A sound. You know that sound?
Gosh.
Gosh, and all that thing. It's horrible. You just say cash. Easy. Cash. It triggers me. I just hear it. Oh my God. It's instinct. The R's, man. Still the R's. I've talked about this before last time. And the R's is still the worst thing ever as well. Water. It's not water. It's water. Hagib water. No. People. The P's, man. As well. Because sometimes they really focus, they really like pay attention to what they're saying to the point that they make mistakes, which is really bad. Just don't care about how the people in front of you are listening to you. So don't pay close attention, because if I'm gonna focus and say, I'm gonna say people with a P, I'm gonna say people. Right? If I'm gonna say Uber, it's gonna be Uber. When I speak to foreigners, this is where I really become self-conscious. They don't make mistakes, right? If you're talking to an American, I would be self-conscious about making mistakes, right? Because the foreigners would definitely understand the fact that you could have an accent. But I don't really care about Egyptians, to be honest. I would hire the most capable pronunciation teachers. Speaking, of course, is essential, right? But I'm talking about the pronunciation thing, because people really care about pronunciation. People really think that once they master a certain accent, this is how they master the entire language. I would, of course, give them the basics, teach them the basics, of course, along with the pronunciation. I think it's important. The phonetical side is also important, I think so. I've been in a company where I had to sound American because we were convincing the people that we're talking to is that we have a site in America, and I'm currently talking to them from America, which is, I don't think is really right, even though we're not really scamming them, right? But it's just to gain their trust. I think English is like the most spoken language around the world, so it's definitely normal to have an accent, right? But when it comes to teaching, though, kids or teens, like maybe my age or maybe younger, they Americanize everything around them. For me, for example, if I'm in your place and I'm hiring people, I would definitely choose people that are on point in terms of everything. But here's a tip: you have to be exposed. The videos and everything. And I have also another tip. Once you hit me up, said you want to shoot a video, I've had this in my mind. People should actually train their algorithm. Here's the thing, I wouldn't really recommend, you know, when your option is scrolling on Instagram, there's like an option where you choose the video if you're interested in this kind of content or you're not interested. So once you get interested, you get more of these kind of videos. What I recommend is that once you see any kind of English content, not just like educational, doesn't have to be educational. What I personally recommend doesn't have to be educational. Just how people live their life, like influencers, funny videos even, right? Once you see this in front of you, hit interested. So all your algorithm is in English, so you get more exposure. And you get used to the slang.
Such great advice.
It works out perfectly. This is how I learn all the slangs, bro. I learn every day. Like there's new slangs every day. Last time we met was like a year ago, right? Throughout this year, there's shit ton of like slangs, bro. Shit ton of new terms, Riz and stuff like that. Like, there's a lot.